Right, welcome back. In this video we're going to be doing something on the Bentley. We've had a problem with water ingress that's caused problems, so I'll show you what that problem is, and then I'm going to problems I wanted to fix initially. Let's just turn that off. The soft close on this door doesn't work, and this door rattles when you're driving along on no man's business, and you have to hold your elbow on it, your arm on it like this while you're driving to shut it up. So something's happened with this door, maybe somebody's already tried. There's a little bit of damage here on the door card where somebody's had it off. To fix something that hasn't obviously been fixed, but we're going to look at that at another time. At the moment, this is the issue. So we had a lot of rain. The car was parked at my mum and dad's, and it was parked down the drive. They've got a bit of a angle on the drive, and I think all the water rushed over the sunroof, probably overwhelmed the drainage pipes. And then when I got in the car and I drove off and I braked, loads of water come out of all this console here, all onto here, and that resulted in a couple of days later the hazard lights just started flashing while I was waiting outside. Well, I was in the house, sorry. So I was in the house, my son comes down and says, "Dad, your hazard lights are flashing." So I come out and I pressed the button and it did nothing. We couldn't turn the hazard lights on, we couldn't turn the hazard lights off. It was doing absolutely nothing. Also, while I was sitting in the car looking at that, the blind, so you got the sunshade at the back there, that was just going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Couldn't stop it doing it. The button did nothing. So the water has obviously got into this panel here and has caused a problem. Now, I've bought a new one. I say no. Brand new second hand, as they say, which is this one here. It's actually got the hazard light warning on, which this one hasn't. I don't know whether it's been changed or removed or whatever, but this one's got the hazard light warning on there. Now, a lot of these have got heated and cooled seats on them. Mine has only got heated seats. Must be a poverty spec. It's only got heated seats, not the cooling, or it's too old to have that. It's got a little chip in it there, which I'm not happy about, but I can probably put a little dot of paint on that. At the end of the day, it's just a little tiny chip. Anyway, these are crazy money. So trying to find one with just cool seats is a nightmare in the first place. This had to come from Lithuania, I believe, and it cost 300 quid. So £300 for a little bit of water. Anyway, to stop it flashing, to stop these hazard lights going off and causing problems, I had to take this centre console off, take this out, and pretty much take this button to pieces and take this button to pieces to stop it doing anything, which I did, and it seems to have worked. The suspension still works. I think we're gonna do that probably. So if you look at the screen there, when you press the suspension button, it turns to suspension, and when you press the air button, it turns to air. So them two buttons actually work. You know, one thing I hate about these cars, you've got to there's not just a button for you to turn your air up and down and stuff like that. You've got to go into AC, or you've got to go into nav, or you've got to go into audio. There's not just buttons to do things without going into the individual things. Anyway, let's turn that off. So them buttons work, these buttons don't. We got the new one. Let's strip this down and put it in. Task number one. Let's turn this car off. I think the thing with this is you can't turn it off with that button once it's been turned on. You've got to put the key in the dash and turn it off here, and then it turns off. Weird. Anyway, first thing to do, pull these up. I've got to sort this out as well. This is like the phone thing. You think it's got to have its own SIM? Weird, man. It's got to have its own SIM in there. You Bluetooth to your phone, it stops your phone working. Anyway, it's just sort of money you spend on pissing fuel. Look, £60, half a tank, gets you nowhere. Let's get this out of here. That's the drinks holder. It just fits in there, and a couple of sweetie wrappers. And also we'll just take these out. These just pop. So you push that down. How do you? Oh yeah, push again, and it comes out like that. That's full of change. And then just that. That is brilliant. It's a Bluetooth radio thing for your phone, because this car is obviously too old to have Bluetooth connectivity for the radio. So you just tune that into your channel off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description because it's really good, and I'll show you it working as well, just without music. So let's just flip this, unless I can put it somewhere. Got this camera wedged in the sunroof. Don't know what you're gonna see, but give it a wiggle, pull it up, and you should be able to get it out from under the dash. We've got some clips underneath that I'm gonna undo. I'm gonna try it anyway. To the different things. So there's one to the cigarette lighter that we're gonna try and get out. Can we get it out? Is it possible? Oh, you can. There's a disconnected below. So I've taken it out of the back of the actual thing there. And then there's two in the back of the thing that I'm changing, the little control panel thing. So we'll try and get them out as well. Them just normal clips, you know, car style ones. They're an absolute nightmare to get out. They've got little tabs you've got to press, and you can't see anything. There's one. Let's get the other one out. There's two. And then hopefully well, I know it definitely comes out because I've had it out before. Ah, there we go. Ah, you can see it's just coming out from under there. Look. Right, so we've got all the plugs undone. There's one there. There's one there. There's one up the side of that. There's one into this thing, and that's the thing we're going to look at now. So to get it off, I'm trying not to do is jab this into any of my leather. As you can see, I've just jabbed it into the pissing leather there. That should. That's coming off. So now I'm jabbing it into the leather here. So try not to jab it into the leather anyway. And now we've got to get this off, which is some Torx. You can see I've had it apart because I lost one. There. So we've got to get the Torx in here, get this off, out the way, and then we can put this one in. The start button doesn't come with a new one, it's there, but we can take it apart and put that in. So we've relocated to the kitchen, and we're going to take these out. So I'm going to take all of these out here to get it out. So all Torx are out. That's the start button, and then this just comes out like that. As you can see, the button, I had to take it to pieces to stop it working, so it doesn't button anymore. And the backs of these are the same. Yep, connectors are the same. You can see the places marked to make sure I don't take it apart and take the internals out. But looks like it's been apart there though, maybe. I don't know. But we'll put that back in there like that, with that on there. Right, all the Torx are in, so now I can take it back and put it in a car. So you can tell it's a Bentley because it's got Bentley on it, but you can also tell where it comes from, all the bits, look. Audi, VW, Seat and Skoda. Who would have ever thought you'd seen a Skoda badge in a Bentley? But there you go. Now I am going to, oh, that's just got Bentley on it. And that's got Bentley on it, and that's got Bentley on it. But Bentley, Germany, that's Paul, should be. England. Right, I'm just going to put these back in. We just slide it up and under there, leave the gear stick in neutral, slide it up and under there, plug all the bits in, and then we'll see if it works. So I've just slid it back under there just to and plugged everything in. I want to make sure everything works. So we're gonna have to turn it on. So that works. God's sake, man. I had this before. I had the parking brake not working, but it worked as soon as I started it and moved it about. But as you can see, the parking brake sign is on there now. So does the blind work? Yes, the blind's working again. Let's check the suspension. Yep. And then we've got the heated seats as well. Now you don't know whether them work until they start getting hot, but I don't think they work unless the engine's running. So I'm going to start it. So we've got nothing from the mirrors. I'm wondering if we've got them plugged in the wrong ones. Yeah, we've got parking brake flashing there. These two are the same, them two are the same plug. I wonder if I've got them the wrong way around, so I'm going to turn it off and just swap them around and make sure. Because on this, the plugs, it isn't a certain plug for a certain hole, they're all the same. So you just got to try and see. So I'll get this back out and swap them out. As you can see, I've swapped them around, and now the light is on and the mirrors are folding and working. It does still give me the parking brake symbol on there. But now it seems to be working. We do need to service it now. That's just come up. Parking brake symbol's gone off. So yeah, as you can see, it's still out. I've just got to slide it in, put that ring back in, and let's just double check everything again. Yes. As you can see, that's another problem I've got to deal with. The headliner, it's just dropping at the back there. And this door as well, like I said. So that's all done. Well, I'll just get this pop back in and put back down, and then we've got hazards and everything. So when it comes to MOT time, it is going to pass, as long as we don't get water cascading from here onto here again. So please like and subscribe. We're doing well with the subscriptions. It don't cost you anything to subscribe. It'll just show up when we do a video. So if you can subscribe, it'll help us out, helping us grow the channel, helping me continue to do videos. So please like, please subscribe, please share. More videos, more videos on the Bentley, more videos on Land Rovers, and I am definitely doing the bulkhead on my Defender, so there will be a big long video on the bulkhead as we start to strip it down to get it back to like it was when it was new. I've had it 10 years and I do want to fix it. So like and subscribe. See you in the next